Carpool and parking at the high school for grades 8 through 12. In the morning, Carpool opens at 7:20 and closes at 8 o'clock. Students are late if they arrive after 8 o'clock. Late arrivals, if you arrive after Carpool is closed, you may drop all students, 8 through 12, at the front desk to check in as tardy. 8th graders will walk through the Arts Commons to get to their 8th grade wing when they're late. In the afternoon, Monday through Thursday, Carpool opens at 3:15 and runs for about 15 minutes. You are welcome to wait and pick up between 3:30 and 3:45 to avoid carpool traffic. If you drive through the carpool and it is closed, pull directly into the front lot and park to wait for your child. There should be plenty of parking places at that time, but please park. On Fridays, Carpool opens at 3 o'clock and runs for about 15 minutes. Here's how Carpool should flow. When you're coming in off of Griffith Street, come down to Beatty and make a left onto Armour Street. That is your ticket into Carpool. After you proceed down Armour Street, turn right on the street next to the field, and then turn left onto Amalfi. Drive all the way to the furthest slot available and drop off your child. After your child is dropped off, wait till the traffic in front of you is moved and then proceed along with traffic around the curve onto Amalfi and come back down to Armour Street, make a left, then turn right on Dimetrics, left onto Lakeview, and then back out to make a right onto Beatty and on your way out to Griffith. Okay, now that you understand how traffic typically flows, here is a traffic flow change alert. With the construction further down past the school on Amalfi, we fully expect that there will be occasions when Amalfi is blocked or closed. In that instance, during Carpool, staff will close the Amalfi Carpool exit and direct Carpool traffic around the outside loop of our parking lot where these green dashed lines are. We ask that parents never exit the carpool traffic lane through our front parking lot unless you are directed to do so because Amalfi is closed that day. On days when we have to direct carpool traffic through our parking lot, the front lot will be exit only and the traffic through the lot will be one way in a circle. Now, here are a few important do's and don'ts when it comes to carpool at CSD. First, do not stop and drop your child at certain doors to shorten their walk. Unexpected stops can cause fender benders. Do not pull out and drive around cars to exit quickly. All drivers must wait until the cars all pull out unless directed differently by a staff member. Parents may not pull in and drop off or pick up in the front lot during carpool hours. Always keep in mind that we have many student drivers parking and driving. Drive slowly and expect young driver mistakes. Always watch for the many walking students in our area. Never cut through the neighborhood side roads. If you arrange to have your child walk to get in your car at a remote location, make sure you are parked in a parking place and that you are not on the neighborhood side roads. We work very hard to have a positive relationship with our neighbors, and our carpool traffic cutting through their neighborhood is a trigger for frustration. Please help us. Police would potentially ticket a parent for stopping and picking up a student in the middle of the street. Do not stop and pick up without parking in a parking space. All student drivers or parents or anyone driving around school, please be on the lookout for students on bikes. If you are a student on a bike, you are responsible for following all safety rules related to bike riding. Wear a helmet, be aware of traffic around you, and be sure to lock your bike when you park at the bike racks at either the 8th grade space near the gym doors or near the front of the high school by the rock. Students who have secured a parking permit are directed to specific parking areas in both lots. You can find information for applying for parking permits on the CSD Crier or at the front desk. We do not assign specific parking spaces, but students are required to park only in student slots. Due to the potential of running carpool through the front lot, as mentioned earlier, Davidson Police recommends required reverse parking. We realize that we cannot monitor students and parking, but we highly recommend you help your students become proficient with reverse parking to help them avoid backing into pedestrian and carpool traffic. The parking lot in the afternoons can be quite tumultuous. If carpool traffic is rerouted through our front parking lot, students will be trapped in their parking places during the 15 minutes of carpool. They need to be prepared to wait if they are leaving during the carpool window. Reminder, your student driver is parking in a parking lot with many inexperienced drivers. The school holds no responsibility for damage done to cars. Finally, some important information regarding late arrivals and early dismissals. All student drivers who have 8th period learning lab are dismissed at 3:05 on Monday through Thursday and $2.50 on Fridays to beat the carpool traffic and help us keep our parking lot safer for all. There will not be a bell at that time, so they will need to keep up with their time. We plan as many learning labs and as few classes during 8th period as possible, but we are unable to give every student their learning lab during 8th. For grades 9 through 12, if your student has 1st period learning lab or 8th period learning lab and is better served to arrive late or leave early to take that learning lab time at home or off campus, that is fine with us, and there is no need to sign in or out as long as we have a permanent early release or late arrival form from the parents. Reminder, if your student driver is transporting a sibling to school, please make sure late arrival, early release does not impact class attendance of the second sibling. And there you have it, your complete guide to driving and arriving and leaving school. If you have any questions, be sure to ask, and someone on staff will be happy to answer your questions. Drive safe and have a great year.